What's up everyone, Chris here with Archipelago. Today we're going to be taking a look at our set Quest 08. I'm going to be guiding you through the unique features this set has to offer, along with a few tips and tricks to help you get the best possible results. Let's jump in. We're excited to offer you this special edition Nomad extension set featuring 4 all new presets and a unique creative profile called Equinox. The 4 presets included in this pack produce evocative editorial hues of coral pastels, pearlescent teal greens, copper browns, and emerald subdued blues. Alright, without further ado, let's jump in and start editing some images. So before we do anything else, we're going to want to set our white balance and exposure. With this image, we're looking pretty good already. I think I'll just back down the exposure a little bit here, say right about there. Now let's go ahead and apply our first preset, AQ081 Nomad SE. Give that a click. Beautiful, warm tones, what you associate already with Nomad. But we're going to take it a step further here. We're going to use some of these presets further down, which are actually corresponding to your profile. So with Vernal, you're going to have softer, more pastel tones associated with spring, and then autumnal, definitely warmer, more vibrant tones associated with fall. For this particular image, I want to use Vernal. Give that a click, looking amazing. And then let's actually go ahead and use some diffusion here with the diffuse profile. And that's already just perfect. Let's go ahead and move on to the next image. All right, now with this particular image, I think I might adjust the tint just slightly here. Give that a click. Perfect. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and apply our preset. Let's do AQ082. Looking very unique compared to the last preset here. We've got those oceanic blues, which provides a very unique aesthetic. Okay, but same as I did on the last here, I think I want to go with Vernal here so I can bring out more of the blue within this shot specifically. And then I also want to add on Specular, which is kind of going to give you a more contrasty, more harsher light look. So that looks pretty perfect already. Back off the exposure slightly. And that's perfect. There's nothing else I do to this. Let's go ahead and move on to next. All right, with this particular image, it's looking a little bit on the magenta side. I'm gonna back that down ever so slightly. And then I'm gonna add in a little bit of warmth here, not too much. Don't wanna totally mess with the skin tones. Right about there looks great. As far as exposure, looks pretty good too. Let's go ahead and apply a preset. AQ083 Nomad SE, and I already love this vintage look, beautiful. I'm gonna back off the exposure a little bit more here. And then I think I'm definitely gonna go with Equinox Autumnal here to add some extra warmth. That's beautiful, perfect. As far as diffusion or specular, no, I think I'm happy exactly where this image is. Let's go ahead and move on to the next. All right, with this particular image, exposure's looking pretty good actually. The tint with her skin tones there looks a bit on the magenta side, so I'm gonna back that down a little bit. And then I think I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and apply the next preset here. AQ084 Nomad SE, give that a click. Beautiful, a more contrasty, but similar to 01, a warmer look. Definitely love it. I'm gonna bring up the exposure a little bit here. It's already pretty perfect, but I do want to use some of these extra tools here. So actually, instead of using one of the profile presets, I just want to manually add a little bit of warmth here with the Equinox. Say right about there is looking good. And then I want to add a little bit of contrast as well with Specular. Go for that bold look. Bump up the exposure just a tad here. And that looks absolutely perfect to my eye. Let's go ahead and move on to the next. All right, as luck would have it, this exposure and white balance is pretty much perfect. Might be a little bit on the brighter side with those highlights on the right. I'll back it down just a little bit, balance out the frame. Looks pretty good right about there. Let's put a preset on, pick from these 4 here. I think I'm gonna go with a 1 here, give that a click. To bring down the exposure ever so slightly here. And then for fun, why don't we mix and match some profiles here with the previous quest set. So we're gonna click on our profile icon right here. And then I'm gonna open up Quest 07 and I'm gonna use Obscura on this. Give that a click and then bring that up pretty high. Right about there. And then let's actually add in Specular here. Bump up the exposure. Actually, let's just balance out the exposure. And that actually looks perfect to me. Let's go ahead and move on to our final image of the day. All right, This particular image, it looks like it's a little bit on the magenta side, at least the skin tones to my eye. Say right about there. What if we warm it up a little bit? Got to be careful with that because you'll start to lose your color. Thinking right about there looks good. All right, let's pick a preset here. I want to go for something stronger, so I think I'm going to go with 4 on this. Give that a click. We're going to bring the exposure up just a tad, right about there. And then I want to add in some of that extra warmth. I'm going to do that with autumnal equinox here. Give that a click. And then you know what? Just for the ultra bold look here, let's go with specular as well. Yeah, absolutely love that. Super dramatic look. Now that we're finished editing our images, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the before and afters. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. I hope this video was helpful and informative. This has been Chris signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.